Good morning, everybody, from Vilcabamba, Ecuador, my favorite place on earth. Absolutely my favorite place on earth, and I've been to many beautiful places. So, it's a beautiful morning. I am feeling just high on life, high on the sun, high on the beauty of life. And I am here to report to you. Look how beautiful this is. I mean, I know. You guys want me to talk about the juicing and everything, but man, I can't help it. I can't help it. This is really, really, really beautiful here. Day 2 of a 90-day juice feasting. That's more of the proper term. Let's save the term fasting for the water and the dry experience. And let's call this juice feasting as John Rose calls it. So, not much to report. In fact, I don't think there will be anything major to report before at least a couple of weeks to a month. Okay? You can't really say hello to the camera. You can't really try something for a week or two and report it because you have to give it a shot. And I think there isn't anything major to report before at least 1 month. That being said, along the journey, along the way, I'm going to just share with you things that come to my mind, common questions, whether it's commonly asked or whether it's whether it's commonly asked or whether it's something you guys ask. So, in today's video, I will show you guys the juices that I make. I've got them lined up here. And how much juice do I drink on a juice feast and how much juice is recommended. Now, most people who go on a juice feast take the recommendation of John Rose, who pretty much knows his shit when it comes to this kind of stuff. And he recommends 4 liters of juice a day. Okay? He recommends that if you're gonna go on a juice feast, you do about a gallon. A gallon is 3.78 liters, so roughly 4 liters, okay? And that's what I'm starting off with here on day 1, day 2, probably the first 1 or 2 weeks. I'm sticking to that recommendation of 4 liters. So let me show you guys quick. This is 3 liters worth. All right, juiced them this morning. 1 liter of watermelon juice, 1 liter, another one of watermelon juice, that's 1, 2, and then a liter, this is about a liter combined, of tomato juice. And I'll tell you something about tomato juice in a second, okay? My favorite juice, without hesitation, would be orange juice. And as I go into the juice fast more and more, I'll be sticking mostly to oranges. In fact, probably starting my next shopping spree. All right, I have juiced some celery 2 days ago, just before I started the juice fasting. I'll be juicing some more tomorrow. This is a big watermelon. So if you're wondering, this watermelon, this size here, juices about 4 liters, anywhere between 3 to 4 liters. I think this one will do about 3.5 to 4 liters. So watermelons are fantastic to yield. I mean, you could just juice this, there you go. That's your 3 to 4 liters a day. Okay, that's all you need, nothing more than a big watermelon. I juiced a smaller one today, it did about 3. So 1, 2, and then 1 liter for Miranda. So basically what I'll be consuming today is these bad boys here, 3 liters, and I'll make a liter of orange juice. With these oranges, it's about 13, 14 oranges, medium size, to make 1 liter. So that'll be what I'll be consuming today. Okay, now I have to make a confession. I did have a celery stick on day 1 yesterday. Okay, just 1 stick. So much for a juice feast, right? But I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Okay, so that's pretty much what I juice. So give me a second here. I'm just gonna put them back in the fridge, and we're gonna continue our conversation. All right, so we put them back in the fridge. And I coughed up some mucus. I tell you, a lot of mucus is coming out. All right. So some of the few things I wanted to talk about. Tomato juice. What is so special about tomato juice? It's simply put, if you have a craving for savory taste, get like 10 medium-sized tomatoes, that'll make you about a liter, and juice them. Amazing. Very salty. Okay, I think maybe tomatoes, this is my, I didn't even really look at the nutritional whatever bullshit labels, but I get a feeling they have some sodium in there, because when you, especially when you juice a tomato and you get the concentrated juice out of it, oh my god, it's like you're drinking it. It's so savory. All right, so savory. So I often use them at the beginning of any lengthy period of juicing. Lengthy would be for me 5 days. That's what I've been doing a lot of, 4 or 5 days in the last couple of months. So I'll use them maybe the first 2-3 days, and then after that my cravings turn into more sweet. But anytime you have a savory craving on any length of period on a juice feasting, get some tomatoes and juice them. Okay, they really do the trick at fulfilling that savory craving. If you're coming off of a cooked foods, or you've been eating lots of salty foods, and you've got cravings for something salty, something savory, earthy, I highly recommend you juice tomatoes. Okay, and that's what I'll be doing every time I have a savory type craving. Right, I have a little bit of it today, so I got out some tomatoes and juiced them, and that really helps you, especially in the beginning. What I find is the longer you go, the more you begin to crave the sweet taste. Okay, now I made another thing yesterday, really delicious. Basically, I call it salad juice. I juiced, so it's about a liter. Half of it is cucumbers, so half a liter cucumbers, half a liter tomatoes. I juiced some cilantro in there, like a bunch, and then I juiced a little bit of ginger. Man, it tasted like salad. Okay, so there are ways to make these savory juices on a juice feast, and get that savory taste, get it fulfilled, get it satisfied, which helps you stay longer and helps you stay more disciplined. So I will share more in the future. Maybe I will share the salad juice thing maybe when I make it sometime. So that's first thing I wanted to address. Second thing I wanted to address, the amount of juice. You might think that 4 liters is a lot. Honestly, I think it's a lot. Okay, but I respect John Rose so much, and I've read so many people's testimonials, and it seems like it does the trick at melting things off of your colon and whatnot, hydrating the serpent in the GI tract. So I respect that, but my plan as I progress into the juice fast is to reduce, right? Coming from a Taoist background, you know, I one of my favorite lines, probably my favorite line from the Tao Te Ching. If you want to learn, gain daily. If you want to obtain Tao, reduce daily. Reduce and reduce until all action comes to non-action. And I believe the journey is the journey of reduction and reduction and reduction. Less is more. So as I go along, it's a long 90-day journey. I definitely will be looking to slowly reduce the amount. And as I do that, I will do it based on hydration. If I feel hydrated, if I wake up and I feel very hydrated, then I will begin to slowly reduce. On certain days, maybe I'm detoxing a lot and I'm thirsty, I'll go back to about 4 liters. But as I go through the journey, I'll be reducing down to something like 2 liters a day. Probably gonna be just those beautiful oranges. I love those oranges. They're so inexpensive here. These orange, you get 10 for 1. Okay, so you could make 1 liter for $1.5 a day. So you could do 2 liters a day for how much? For $3. Yeah, 2 liters a day for $3, right? Or these big watermelons, $5. Okay, it's easier in Ecuador to do this inexpensively. If I was to do this in Canada, oh boy, that would cost me an arm and a leg. Okay, so I understand for you guys living in these northern hemisphere places, yeah, this can be expensive, but here, not at all, man, not at all here. So I'm really blessed and thankful to live here. So yeah, I'll be looking to reduce at my own pace and how I feel. The more I hydrated I feel, the more energetic I feel, the less thirsty I feel, the less I'll be taking in, and the more I will begin to introduce dry fasting. Right now I'm not doing any form of dry fasting, no intermittent dry fasting, nothing. I'm just drinking, I'm thirsty, I'm coughing up mucus. Yeah, so no problem there. I think 4 liters is fantastic for that. I think it's a good reference point, but I definitely will be looking to reduce and reduce and reduce as I go throughout the journey. It's a long journey, 3 months, so I will do it when I feel the time is right, and I'll begin to introduce dry fasting periods into it. So I'll start probably something like 16 hours, and again, as I get more hydrated, more energetic, less detoxy, I'll begin to go to 17 hours, 18 hours, 19 hours, 20 hours, and hopefully one day, maybe hopefully sometime in the process, maybe just drink once a day and just dry for the rest of the day. Okay, not there yet. You gotta keep both eyes on the journey here, but it's good to sometimes take a look ahead. All right, because nothing detoxes you like dry fasting. Nothing detoxes you like dry fasting. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys, what currently is happening, what is the vision for, as I move through the 90 days, and I'll be sharing with you everything. Okay, once again, if you have any savory cravings, I'm telling you, I recommend the tomato juice. I really recommend it. Or you can mix it with cucumber juice, get some cilantro, a bunch, juice that, a little bit of ginger, and you could get creative with this also. Okay, you can maybe add some parsley or maybe celery, I don't know. Yeah, so all right, I think that's good for now, and I will continue to share with you guys. Much thanks and gratitude to our patrons and to our donors via PayPal. I just received a very generous donation through PayPal. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. If you got a little bit of extra money laying around and you want to support this channel financially, there are 2 avenues to do so: Patreon and PayPal. You could do PayPal one-time donations. I found is more, people are more encouraged to do that because it's a one-time thing, right? Us humans, we have a little bit of a problem committing. We don't want to commit, although you can cancel anytime. But there are 2 avenues. If you would like to donate, we accept those donations and we're very, very, very appreciative of them. I also do one-on-one consultations. You could do those also. You could book a call. I have a link down below. And I love you guys. And until next time, may the force be with you.